Is the Orange County real estate market going to crash? Yikes! Let's find out. My name is Valerie Van De Zilver with eXp Realty. Welcome to OC Vibes. If you're watching the news, and you probably are, you're hearing things about inflation, increased interest rate, affordability issues, and it's making you wonder, are we on the verge of a housing crash? Well, the truth of the matter is nobody knows. But the last crash we had was in 2007 to 2012, and it was unprecedented for sure. But there were a lot of things present in the market conditions at that time that are not present today. So let's talk about demand. The demand is still rocket high. We still have a shortage of housing in Southern California. We still have a shortage of affordable housing. We still have people who want to live here. We have a demand versus supply issue. We still don't have enough homes being built to meet the demand. Now, don't get me wrong. There may be fewer people who are able to buy if the interest rates go up a little bit, but that still doesn't mean that that's going to solve the affordability or the supply and demand issue. If, for example, a builder releases a phase of homes with 15 homes, and he has a list of 100 people camping out to buy those 15 homes, the prices are going to go up. If there were only 5 people wanting to buy those 15 homes, the prices would go down. But we know that even at slightly higher interest rates, the demand will still be there. Now, if the demand stopped, that might be a different story, but that's not the case right now. We still have demand. People still want to live in Orange County, California, and for that reason, we still have high enough demand to meet the homes that are on the market. Now, maybe we don't have 40 offers for every home that goes on the market, and maybe they don't sell in the first hour, but that's what we've all been wanting to change. We've all been saying, we don't want those kind of market conditions. So now we have the kind of market conditions that we could say make it easier for buyers to buy. The truth is, we have been spoiled, and now the market conditions are back to a little bit more what we would call normal. Point number 2, people have more equity right now than ever before. Housing values have skyrocketed. Homes have gone up 20% last year, and everyone has a lot of equity. When the last market crash occurred, people didn't have equity. People were upside down. They had overpaid. The market was built on fraudulent loan applications, and they didn't have equity. Right now, there's no reason for people to make a move because they've got the equity. They've got homes that they qualified for at interest rates and payments they could afford in locations that they love. Number 3, today there are no boatloads of bad loans. People are living in homes that they qualified for. In the last recession, in the last market crash, the market was based on fraud. It was based on a fake set of circumstances. People bought homes they couldn't even qualify for, they certainly couldn't afford, and they never really intended to keep. Someone had said to them, come here, you don't need income, you can buy at 115% of value. Look at all these homes you can buy. People were buying multiple homes without ever having to qualify. We don't have that situation now. The last crash occurred because it was built on a set of circumstances that never really existed. My 4th point is that hard assets such as real estate actually do well in recessionary and inflationary periods. The only recession where we saw a large decrease in home prices was the one in 2007. And we know that that was because of a whole completely different set of circumstances and a market that was based on fraud. But none of that is the case in today's market. We all would agree that the feds should have acted sooner on curbing inflation, but they haven't. And this is where we are, and we know that curbing inflation right now will benefit all of us, including the housing market, over a short period of time. If you purchased your home 10 years ago and it has tripled in value and it does go down 10%, you're still better off than you were when you bought it. If it goes down 20%, you're still better off because it's gone up 3 times what you paid for it. Folks, listen. Now more than ever, it's important that you get the best advice. And here's what my crystal ball tells me. It's a good time to buy. Interest rates are still good. Prices are still good. And if you're buying a home to live in, buy one that you like in a neighborhood that you love at payments that you can afford. Because after all, this is a place where you're going to make memories. You're going to have good times with your families and friends. And that's what a home is really for. Yes, we're going through some turbulence, and yes, we're going to go through some challenging times, and the truth is, nobody today really knows what's going to happen. All you need is have the right person on your side who has the experience in ups and down market times, who can guide you through the turbulence and make sure that you make the best decision based on the information that's available to you. So choose the right representative. Don't listen to family, don't listen to friends, don't listen to people that have no idea what the market is about. Your yoga teacher doesn't know. Talk to your real estate professional. Find someone who you really trust, someone who's been in these markets who can help you make it through these turbulence. My information is right here. Be sure that you subscribe because we do have videos coming out regularly where we're going to keep you apprised as we go through these market changes. My name is Valerie Van De Zilver with eXp Realty and OC Vibes.